Yep. Moving on to other quarterbacks currently being benched, we move back over to Baker Mayfield, who is currently benched for the second time. Uh, the Carolina's going to go with Sam Darnold over Baker Mayfield this week, and Carolina has a home game against one of the top defenses in the league in Broncos country. So,
That's right.
is this the right move, Barrett? What do you think?
To be honest, other than that first week against the Browns, I have not watched a lot of Carolina games. Yeah, I mean, I guess Baker stinks. Let's just accept the facts right now. I know he's not in a good situation, but right now he's kind of stinking. And Sam Darnold has had pretty good connections with DJ Moore in the past. I only know that because of fantasy football. But the Panthers stink. Like they had that one like desperation that they beat Tampa Bay after the firing of Coach Rule. Then they had the helmet incident where they almost beat Atlanta, and then played the Ravens good. I think the Ravens only scored like 13 points. Literally held them to a last second Lamar touchdown, but they were kind of in the game, and then couldn't do any offense. I mean, scored the same amount of points as the Jets did. So it is what it is. You got to try something else out. Sam Darnold, here you go again. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
See, Sam Darnold's like one of those weird quarterback situations where Baker has an accurate arm. He doesn't seem to be. Him and the wide receivers aren't just seeming to be meshing. Him and Terrence Marshall are meshing pretty well. Seems like every time Baker's in a game, Terrence Marshall's got like 75 plus receiving yards.
Like, is it the offensive line? Like I said, I haven't watched it. Like, the Ravens shut down their one running back that's kind of Deontay Foreman. So, like, I don't know. Like, 3 points against a Raven. And like I said 2 weeks ago, like, Ravens defense is getting better and better. So, they just.
I think
crazy.
Baker's going to fall into the backup role for a couple of years, kind of like Mariota did. Yeah. And then he'll get another 2-year contract a couple of years down the road to kind of take over a team, see if he can develop. But Baker has to liven up that arm, man. He throws the ball so stiff, like it's insane. He has the most, I'll say stiff so many times, but his mechanics are just stiff. Like when we saw Baker at OU, feet had to be planted. Ball had to be, he had to drive that football. He has an arm. He can uncork that football. But man, those mechanics are so just.
He was accurate as shit too.
He doesn't throw sidearm stuff. It's all over the top. He's only 6. He's actually like 5'11", so he has a hard time seeing. His whole offensive line is like 6'4" or taller.
Yeah.
So he's got a hard time seeing. I would imagine. I'm not back there, so I don't know. But Sam Darnold coming in at like 6'3", 6'4", can live. PJ Walker's like 6'2", 6'3". It's
There's
like we've seen them step into that offense and kind of liven it up a little bit. Sam Darnold I think he stinks. I don't think
I agree.
He'll be a backup. He'll get you a couple of games here and there. A couple guys like Chase Daniels. I think that's what Sam Darnold's career is probably going to amount to. Same with Baker now. So
and if Carolina keeps losing, like they're going to have to. I know they got Matt Corral, but they may need to draft another quarterback. They have 4 quarterbacks on the roster right now.
Yeah, I think Matt Corral's the future of that. I think they're going to draft a quarterback this year, possibly next year, because Matt Corral kind of had a serious leg injury, and that's his second big leg injury.
Well, they'll keep PJ Walker then.
Yep, PJ Walker's not winning any football games. Let's just put it that way. They need a quarterback and go out and win you football games. You look at Matt Corral, what he did at Ole Miss. He's a very good quarterback, very accurate, very lively, but he has 2 back-to-back leg injuries in back-to-back years. So I think they got Matt Corral in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, somewhere around that area.
3rd.
Yeah. You take a quarterback this year. If not next year, maybe you go for the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. He's the best quarterback in college football. It is what it is. You go for the Caleb Williams sweepstakes next year. This year, you maybe hop on the CJ Stroud sweepstakes if he falls, because Ohio State quarterbacks don't do well in the NFL. So maybe he'll fall. Who knows? But I think they're going to be. Yeah, Stroud's not going to be the answer, and I'll stick by that.